Well, Dick and I have just recently watched a little movie that I think is worth seeing again and again, and it's called The Cat's Meow. It's a 2001 released film that Peter Bogdanovich made. Dick, it's fiction, PG-13, but it's about some real people, based on real people's lives.
Well, the film takes place in one weekend in November of 1924 on board William Randolph Hearst's yacht, a gathering of many Hollywood celebrities to celebrate Thomas Ince's birthday.
Well, and real people, as we said. The cast, important for anybody who wants to catch some early work of Kirsten Dunst. She is a lead female in this, and she did this movie right before she became a megastar with Spider-Man. And who does Kirsten Dunst play?
She plays Marion Davies, who's the mistress of William Randolph Hearst. And she's one of the most popular comedic actresses of the silent film era.
Edward Herrmann plays William Randolph Hearst, and he is a great actor. Many people have seen lots of movies over the years. He passed away recently, so I think this would be a great movie to watch if you want to see some of Edward Herrmann's best work.
And William Randolph Hearst, his character in the film, is one of the world's most powerful and richest men of that time. And his mistress was Marion Davies, and he also was extremely powerful in the Hollywood film circles.
Absolutely. William Randolph Hearst, mega rich for that era. Even he was mega rich. Today he'd be like bigger than Bill Gates, even with the amount of power and money he has. Next character or actor is Eddie Izzard. A lot of folks don't know probably his name, but they probably know his face. British guy, primarily a comedian. Looking at the DVD commentary, Bogdanovich picked him after seeing him in one of his comedic stage shows. Fantastic guy playing Charlie Chaplin, the real character.
Yeah, Charlie Chaplin is one of the most famous silent film stars, and he was involved in starting the United Artists Film Studios, and he was having an affair in the film with William Randolph Hearst's mistress, Marion Davies.
On this boat, on that fateful weekend, the Thomas Ince character you mentioned, played by Cary Elwes. A lot of people will know Cary Elwes for the little projects he's been in for years and years, but his lead breakout role was as Wesley or the Dread Pirate Roberts in The Princess Bride back in the 80s. And he is a masterful character actor because he's British, but he plays an American.
And Thomas Ince, who's one of the biggest silent film producers, directors, writers, he made over 600 films during the silent film era, and he's also known as the father of the westerns because that was the genre that he created.
This is a story that takes place, as you said, over a weekend on this yacht, and there are 14 principal actors, if you will, with lots of extras in this movie. The other two we can just briefly mention. Of the part of the 14 that you might recognize, Joanna Lumley, another British lady playing a British real person back in those days, and Jennifer Tilly, an American playing an American.
She was playing Luella Parsons.
Exactly.
The first American movie columnist. She was the queen of Hollywood until Hedda Harper came on the scene, and they became vicious rivals over the years.
Yeah.
There's a piece of trivia about the film, the title, The Cat's Meow. Interesting trivia about that is a cat's meow was a popular phrase of the 20s that meant the equivalent of really cool, great, or the best.
Perfect. And you'll see that line listed in the film. Just look for it. Absolutely. The front of the DVD, which is how we saw it, getting it out of a library, but you can find us online. Some secrets won't stay buried, because it really is a long-standing Hollywood sort of mystery about what really happened to Ince. And I think it's worth watching.
I do too.
All right. Wonderful acting.
Yes.
And there's wonderful film work by Bogdanovich.
Some of the memorable lines, there are many memorable one-liners that I thought were really cool in the film. It's actually dialogue between characters. Thomas Ince says, "Can I be frank with you? And Hearst's response is, you can be whoever you like. And Marion Davies said to Charlie Chaplin in a scene, nothing can happen this weekend. And Charlie's response, so what are you doing next weekend?
Oh yeah, and I mean it's rapid fire. It's like he's not gonna take no for an answer, but she's trying to do the right thing.
Right.
And he's not gonna take no for
another
an
line
answer.
I thought was interesting is Thomas Ince was talking to Chaplin, and he says, "Failure is a character builder, right, Charlie?" And Charlie's response, "I don't know. You tell me."
Exactly. Well, these two very powerful men are kind of on the same yacht at the same time, and there's lots of I'd say power grabbing going on. It's a fantastic story, I think, based on real people, based on what could have happened on that one interesting weekend. Film was done on a yacht, but they shot it in Greece. It was standing in for Southern California waters, and it was also shot in a soundstage in Berlin for a variety of reasons, probably economics being one. Relatively modest budget film. Bogdanovich. If you don't want to see any of these actors we've just mentioned, watch this movie for Peter Bogdanovich. Well-known, great filmmaker, and he does some fantastic work in this. If you're watching the DVD, which I recommend do, check out the special features. Watch his behind-the-scenes or commentary. Watch the behind-the-scenes shots and listen to his commentary track on this movie. It's well worth it. All right, good to talk to you.
You bet, George. Next time.
Happy viewing.
You bet.